right, back in the sports barn. It is Eric Arnold coming to you again here on this Thursday, June 3rd, with free MLB picks. And in case you've missed it, meaning that you're one of the people on Earth, not the 30 people that viewed the last video, meaning everyone else, that the barn is on fire right now. We are hot as hell, winning just left, right, up, down, and feels good. You know, I've told myself when we win, we're going to dance, just because it doesn't happen that often. So you might as well enjoy it when it does, because there's another losing streak right around the corner, and it's coming. Whether you jinx it, don't jinx it, doesn't matter. That next losing streak is coming. So you might as well enjoy the wins while they're there. So that's what we're doing. So thanks, welcome. If you're new, like I said, Eric, occasionally known as the Big E Arnold, here in my studio. It's a barn. That's why we call it the sports barn. Get it? And we've got MLB picks for you. So what happened last night? Let's put that up. I'm gonna have to look for this one. I'm generally unorganized. Let's see. Oh no, I did have it. Where is it? Right there. There we go. Well, I mean, you know, we lost a couple games early because of postponements. And yes, Met fan Fred Mahalik was correct that the Mets just have, in the comments he mentioned, be careful, the Mets have a way of screwing you. One way or the other. It dawned on me during that Met game when they opened up 4-0, and I thought, son of a bitch, these Mets. The Mets, for me, are like the Raiders. That occurred to me during football season. You always have that one team you cannot get right one way or the other. You bet on them, they lose. You bet against them, they win. I think the Mets are just one of these teams that is impervious to normal human emotions that govern the rest of MLB. In other words, you have a big deflating loss. Most humans would then go out the next day and play badly. That seems to energize the Mets. And maybe because it's happened to them so many times. It's like, oh, gosh, you know, Edwin Diaz blew another save. Well, you know, not the Mets. They're like, Edwin Diaz blew another save. Let's play well the next day, because, you know, that I guess they've just seen it happen so often. That, you know, so I'm just going to try to do that with the Mets from now on. If they come up in a spot, we'll just do the opposite, you know, and see what happens there. I had luck with the Raiders. Once I figured the Raiders out, now we start to win with the, whatever they are, Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders. But other than the Mets, it was a clean sweep. Boy, you gotta love Bo Bichette. What a hero that guy was. Saving our top play, which looked like it was in big trouble as we entered the 9th inning down 2 runs. But boy, the Blue Jays are explosive. That's an explosive team. They good young hitters, and for the most part, good young healthy hitters. And Bichette, he did something that you just don't see anymore. He swung at a ball and he hit it hard. They used to have guys all over baseball. They called them bad ball hitters. You couldn't pitch to these guys because they were dangerous no matter where you threw the ball. It's like, ooh, I'll throw it low and outside and I'll never hit it. Well, you know, that's 99% of the hitters today. That's true. These bad ball hitters from back in the day, you could throw them anything and there's no telling what might happen. These guys could take a bad pitch, square it up, made them dangerous, unpredictable hitters. Well, Bichette did just that. He hit a ball that was up at his, I would say up here, 98 up here, and he barreled it up and knocked it down the right field line for what essentially was the game winner. That's hard to do. So, hello and salute to you, Bo Bichette. You got the job done for us last night and made our night. And then the rest was all just, relatively, peaceful, easy, no sweat W's. So we're smoking right now. I think Pittsburgh Louie, he's been producing picks consistently in the comments section. I think he won his pick last night. Right now, this channel is just on fire as far as MLB picks go. Like I said, I'm just going to say it and not worry about jinx, just because you don't get to say it very often. So there you have that. All right, let's see what else. Before we got three picks for you coming up here today. What do we got here? NBA. Well, I guess LeBron's on the precipice tonight, right? Will the Suns shove him off the cliff and no more LeBron? It feels like one of those pulp, is that right? Pulp Fiction? One of those serial comics from like 100 years ago. Will Penelope peril, will she die in the car crash from snidely whiplash, that sort of thing? Will Dudley Do-Right save the day? Will Dudley LeBron save the day? Or is he going to get killed by the dastardly Phoenix Suns? I guess I'll have to watch, and root against them. I don't know, I was thinking about that. Is LeBron, he's not as great as Jordan. I feel comfortable saying that. But I almost think he generates more heat than Jordan did. Especially late in Jordan's career, because by that time, Jordan was revered as a god. Everyone knew he was the best. Even people who didn't like him were kind of like, they didn't really tune in to watch to see him get beat because they knew he never would get beat. And it was kind of like, even if he did, it was like, we're not really rooting against this guy. He's so good. And he doesn't really piss us off. We're jealous. We'd like to see someone else win. I think LeBron generates some more heat. You got the LeBron people that love him, and then a more significant population of LeBron haters. I never, I don't think I've always been a LeBron hater. I've come to significantly dislike this guy in the past couple of years here, as he's morphed into more of a political figure than a basketball player. But that's just me. So your mileage may vary. But I'd sure like to see him get knocked out tonight. Go Phoenix Suns. I guess the Sixers advance. They're going to play the Hawks. That should be interesting, especially considering they don't have their best player. So I'm curious to see how that unfolds. Then you got the Nets. It looks like their big three is now on the floor and clicking. They're going to go up against Greek Freak. Will he be able to handle all three of those guys at one time? I'm sure the odds say no. I don't have any real picks or opinions on all that because I don't have the first clue what's going to happen in the NBA. So there's that. Pittsburgh Louie, he made a comment. I guess I, called Joe Girardi a liar. I didn't say, he's not a liar. He's somebody that simply did not tell the truth one time to the media for a competitive advantage. A liar is somebody that just lies for no reason. But somebody like a Belichick who lies, he's doing it for a competitive advantage. I mean, if you go up to him and, deal with him in business, will he lie to you? Probably not. If you're his business partner. But it's like poker. I mean, people lie to you in poker all the time. It's not only allowed, it's expected. It's celebrated. Oh, you bluffed me. That's a lie. You lied to me. As long as MLB allows managers and whatnot to cover up injuries, well, then they can do that sort of thing. We just have to guess whether they're telling the truth or not. Was that guy really, is it a personal matter, or is he really hurt? Why didn't he play? That sort of thing. Sometimes it's obvious because you saw the guy get hurt. You saw him walk off the field. There he goes. He's limping off the field. Then the manager comes out the next day and says, well, he's not really hurt. Well, then what did he come out for? He is really hurt. Anyway, well, where was I going with that? Oh, lying. That's right. And then he mentioned the word Fauci. Yeah, now there's a liar. That is a straight liar. He's not lying for a competitive advantage. He's not a manager. He's not a coach. He's a public figure, and we expect these people to tell the truth, but of course they never do. This guy is finally going to get what's coming to him, I think. The writing's on the wall for this guy. These emails that have gotten released that show this guy knew from the start all sorts of things that he was telling the public the opposite. He knew damn well masks didn't work. He's telling all his buddies in the administration, hey, masks don't work. Then all of a sudden, 3 months later, it's masks are the holy grail. Well, wait a minute, what happened there? This gain of function research that he knows damn well what it is. He's been involved in it, up to his neck in it for a decade. And, he lied to Congress when he said, no, we absolutely not haven't been involved in that, haven't funded that, don't know nothing about nothing. That's a perjury. He lied to Congress. The fact I think this guy's in trouble is just the fact these emails have even been released. Who released them? The Democrats control everything right now, and he's a Democrat. Fauci is a Democrat. He's part of the Democrat administration. So just the fact that the Democrats released these emails tell me he's about to go whoosh under the bus. That dude's about to go under the bus. Every last thing that went wrong with this whole deal, which was a lot, he's about to be blamed for it, and I could care less. He deserves every bad thing that's coming to him, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and I think there are a lot of bad things coming to him, and he's richly earned it. So screw you, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Bastard. Okay. Well, I had one more thought. Why not? I'm on a roll. I'll give it to you. I only got 3 picks today. I started watching a great series last night on YouTube. My business partner. I had to pay for it, of course. So Chernobyl. It was an HBO series about 3 years ago. You probably already seen it because you all have HBO. I don't pay for HBO. I miss lots of great stuff, like I guess Game of Thrones, was that on there? The Sopranos from back in the day. So I miss these good series. Chernobyl was one of these good miniseries. What's Chernobyl? That was a huge accident in Soviet Russia in 1986 that killed God knows how many people. It was basically 3 Mile Island times 1,000, maybe more, times 100,000. It was a disaster, a disaster on an unimaginable scale. So, I want to see this miniseries about this. I figure it's going to be good. And I'm watching it, and it is good. And I haven't gotten all the way through it yet because I need to make baseball picks for you all. But I thought to myself, the way the Russian government, the Soviet Union behaves during this whole matter, I thought, really isn't all that different the way the United States government behaved during the pandemic. They lie to themselves. They lie to each other. They lie to the public. I don't know that it's all that different, the type of government that we're living under at the moment. I mean, I don't know, lying to the public is nothing new. I mean, certainly, I think you can go back to World War II and see, they didn't tell the public the truth about a lot of things back then for their own good. So, I don't know. It's new. It just feels different, right? Right now that they don't let you criticize. They don't let you say anything opposite of whatever the company line is. Can we say on YouTube now that masks don't work? They never worked. Never did one damn thing to slow this pandemic. Are you allowed to say that? I'm sure if I had more than 30 people watching this video, they'd take it down. But now that the company line has changed where we don't need a mask absolutely positively because we've been vaccinated, now I don't need a mask. But at any rate, I just found the parallel between Chernobyl and the pandemic kind of striking. It struck me as, hey, this seems familiar. Seems like I'm just went through this. All right, MLB, let's get to it. That's why you're really here. If I can find it. There we are. And thank you, all you viewers that actually watched the whole video, of which I figure is General Peter C. and Pittsburgh Louie. I think those are the only guys that watch the whole freaking video. Subscriber X freely admits he just skips to the picks. Well, he's a Democrat. He doesn't want to hear what I have to say anyway. So I'm going to start thinking about how to hide the picks from Subscriber X and make him have to watch more of the video to see who we're picking. But at any rate, looks like the games today are early. So I need to get this done so I can get it up. Early game, the Nationals, the Braves. I think we're getting good value here at the Braves. They have chewed money all year long, so we're aware of that. But I just keep thinking we're right on this, that the Braves are significantly better than these other teams in the NL East. And I know they haven't showed it, and I know their bullpen stinks. And it seems like they lose another piece every other day. It seems like they just, they lost their catcher earlier in the year, and I think that's been hurting them. Ozuna now, won't see him no more. I guess this is one of these volatile marriages he's in, and I guess what they have witnesses now. Was he choking her, slapping her around, whatever, with witnesses no less, so you won't see him no more. But he wasn't doing that well anyway, so I don't know that's going to hurt the Braves that much. But at any rate, Anderson here, he's been solid. He had a bad outing last time out. I think he's going to bounce off that. He's Ian Anderson, not of Jethro Tull. Ian Anderson, the pitcher, I think he's for the most part their ace. Coming off a bad outing, I like him. I think he's going to be good. One of the players that actually was starting to help the Nationals was Schwarber. Was actually in the past month starting to swing a more credible bat to make up for his lack of defense. He hurt himself last night. He won't play today. All this adds up to, I think, a good spot here for the Braves to bounce off that loss last night, split the series with the Nationals. I mean, for God's sakes, you're at home playing the Nationals in a 4-game set, and you got to, at a minimum, win 2 of these games, Atlanta. Otherwise, geez, who are you? I mean, how can you be this bad with Acuna, potential MVP, Freeman, all-star, Dansby Swanson, I would argue he's an all-star, Albies, potential all-star. They have a lot of talent in that locker room that hasn't come through yet. I think that they're just going to out-talent these guys. Patrick Corbin has not been good all year long. I don't think, he had a bad start last time out, so he's going to bounce off of that. He's had a bad start all season. I think he's just having a bad year. So all these reasons, we think that we're safe here in taking the Braves at a little bit of a price. Minus 142 is what I saw. Okay, number next. Yankees, Rays. We're going to lay the heavy wood here with Gerrit Cole. I mean, Gerrit Cole has simply been basically the best pitcher in the American League. You know, he's just gone out there and consistently dominated every time out. You get a good effort out of this dude every time out. I mean, this is a little nerve-wracking in that it's a rivalry game, but the Yankees are starting to play better, and they're starting to get some contributions now from their, their bench mob, whatever you want to call them. Gio Urshela, he's starting to play better. Good Lord, Clint Frazier even joined the party these last two games. So you get some contributions from guys not named Judge, not named Stanton. You know, look out. Plus, don't forget, the Yankees have one of the best bullpens in the league. So, Gerrit Cole for 7 innings, throw it to the bullpen, of which 1 inning is going to be Chapman, and Chapman looks just lights out this year. I mean, I think we're getting a bargain here at minus 205. You know, I think this number should be upwards of 260, 270. So we're going to go ahead, lay the heavy wood here, and, hope that Cole is able to keep the Rays. The Rays mostly are a strikeout home run team. So, that's how we would lose is, they get lucky and plunk one over the fence, and the Yankees have a bad offensive game. But I don't think that's going to happen. The Yankees are getting more consistently. They're getting some runs now, and it's more consistent where it's not like 8, 7, 0, 1, 8. It's more now 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 4, 3, 4, 5. I think you get Gerrit Cole. Even 3 runs today, I think is going to be enough. I'm going to say, he's going to not give up more than 2 runs. That's what we're hoping. And he'll be the winner today. We'll lay the heavy wood there. And then lastly, the Rockies Rangers. We won with the Rockies last night. We're going to come right back with them. There was a play in that game yesterday that I thought, well, that's kind of luck. That was just the Rockies getting lucky there. We just got lucky. It was a routine fly ball to center field that the Rangers outfielder, the center fielder, he couldn't get to. He's playing deep. You'll never see that anyway. I'll try to describe it with my words. He's playing deep. There's 2 outs. It's in the mid to late part of the game. Guy takes a big swing, but doesn't hit the ball very well. So the ball pops up into short center field, and it just drops. He can't get to it. He makes a dive, doesn't get to it. And I thought, well, that was bad defense. Just a little bit of luck there. And it was a key moment because it did score a couple runs for the Rockies. And then, the other thought is it wasn't luck. That's Coors Field. That's the home field advantage. Only in a place like Coors Field does that ball drop, where the outfield's so big, and if you're not used to it, it's hard to play that outfield. So you're, back near the fence waiting for one of these huge long fly balls or home runs. And all this stuff drops in front of these guys because they don't know how to play the outfield. And it was a rookie who screwed this up, the Garcia there for the Rangers. So, all this is a long way of saying the Rockies have a significant home field advantage. We're going to ride that advantage. We think the Rockies are to play today. That is not, I'm going to have to change that. I'm looking at the slide I got there. It's wrong. I'll have to change it so you see the right one. But anyway, Rockies minus 126. So the plays today, Braves and Yankees, those are our best plays. Then fill in with the Rockies. Good. Very good. that's what we got for you today on Thursday. Hit the like button. We like, somebody hit the dislike button, and I lost one game yesterday. I don't know. Must have been Joe Girardi's mother or something. Anyway, hit the like button. That always makes me feel good, makes me a better handicapper. If you're new here, hey, go wild. Go ahead and subscribe. Then you always get notified when we have new videos out so you don't miss them. And make sure you get these picks, which at the moment, the picks at the moment are winning. So just saying. Thanks. We appreciate the viewership, the loyalty. We'll try to keep going. We'll try to keep these videos going. We'll try to keep winners on the move. And that's what we like. Signing off, Eric Arnold.